Welcome to Mind Genie Quizzes. Like, share and subscribe to Mind Genie Quizzes on YouTube. Learn English grammar. Types of sentences. Types of sentences based on structure. Simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound complex sentence. Types of sentences based on function. Declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Types of sentences based on structure. Clauses. Understanding clauses. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. Clauses can be independent, that is, able to stand alone as a sentence, or dependent, that is, cannot stand alone and needs an independent clause to make sense. Examples of clauses. She runs every morning because she loves jogging. When the rain started, I read a book. He arrived late because he missed the bus. Unless you study, you will fail. The cat sleeps on the sofa. Simple sentence. A simple sentence contains one independent clause. It expresses a complete thought and has a subject and a verb. Examples: the dog barked loudly. She loves to paint. We went to the beach. He studies every night. Birds fly in the sky. I like chocolate. The sun sets in the west. Compound sentences. A compound sentence has two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. Or a semicolon. Examples: I like coffee, but she prefers tea. He was tired, so he went to bed early. She studied hard, yet she failed the test. The dog barked and the cat ran away. We went to the park and we had a picnic. The movie was interesting. However, it was too long. They traveled to Paris, but they didn't visit Paris. Complex sentences. A complex sentence has one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Examples: because it was raining, we stayed indoors. She cried when she heard the news. Although he was tired, he continued working. If you study, you will pass the exam. The dog ran away because the door was open. Since she arrived early, she helped set up the room. While I was walking, I saw a beautiful bird. Complex compound sentences. A complex compound sentence has two or more independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Examples: although she was hungry, she waited for dinner and she ate with her family. I love reading because it's relaxing, but my brother prefers movies. When we arrived at the park, the sun was setting and the breeze was cool. If you practice regularly, you will improve and your confidence will grow. She stayed home because she was sick, but her friends went to the party. Even though it was late, he continued studying and he passed his test. Types of sentences based on function. Declarative sentences. A declarative sentence states a fact or expresses an idea. It ends with a period. Examples: the sky is blue. She loves to read novels. We went shopping yesterday. The sun rises in the east. I enjoy learning new languages. He works at a bank. My sister is a doctor. Interrogative sentences. An interrogative sentence asks a question and ends with a question mark. Examples: where do you live? What time is it? Did you complete your homework? Who is your best friend? Why are you late? How do you cook pasta? Can you help me with this task? Imperative sentences. An imperative sentence gives a command, instruction, or request. It often begins with a verb and can end with a period or an exclamation mark. Examples: please close the door. Sit down and listen carefully. Turn off the lights. Call me when you arrive. Don't talk during the movie. Help me carry this bag. Follow the rules. Exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses strong emotion and ends with an exclamation mark. Examples: what a beautiful day! That was an amazing performance. I can't believe we won. Watch out for that car. You are so kind. The cake test tastes incredible. I am so excited. Quiz time. Short story quiz 1. Identify the sentence types used in these short stories. Story 1. The Clever Fox. One day, a hungry fox was searching for food. Suddenly, he saw a vineyard full of ripe grapes. How can I reach those grapes? He wondered. He jumped and tried to grab them, but they were too high. Although he was tired, he kept trying, but he couldn't reach them. Finally, he walked away and said, "The grapes are probably sour." Story 2. The Wise Owl. In the heart of the forest, an old owl lived in a tall oak tree. Every night, he watched over the animals and listened to their stories. One evening, a young squirrel climbed up the tree and asked, "Will you tell me a story?" "Sit down and listen carefully," said the owl. As the owl spoke, the forest became silent, and even the wind seemed to listen. Although the squirrel was sleepy, he stayed awake because he loved the owl's stories. "That was the best story ever," exclaimed the squirrel. Quiz 2. Identify the sentence types in the sentences below. The sun is shining brightly. What time will you arrive? Watch out for the snake. She went to the store and she bought some milk. Because it was late, she went to bed early. Although he was sick, he went to work, but he felt worse. Give me your notebook, please. That movie was fantastic.